Hello guys, it's Craig from fixitfallows again, and I'm outside of the garage. As you can see, I am in the Fiat 500. Now, you saw me in a previous video repair and fix the creaky clutch. Today we are looking at the air vents, the central air vents, which are these ones here, because it turns out that doing this and this does nothing, because down inside there, although you may not be able to see it, oh yeah, you can now, you can see that this lever knob here has become detached from the actual slats inside. Okay, so here we are real up close to the right hand side air vent, and you can see that left to right does nothing, up and down does nothing, as these two slats here are no longer connected with these two bottom ones. Now, they stay connected by a plastic bar in there, which I'm just trying to manipulate with this little rod. Can you see that? See that plastic bar there? Now, each one of these four slats, 1, 2, 3 and 4, are meant to clip into that plastic bar. Now, what that enables to happen is the uniformed movement in this direction. So by moving this, it moves that bar, which moves the other three slats. So that gets that movement. Now, in terms of the vents that actually shut the flow, which I'm trying to manipulate now, can you see them moving? Okay, now they clip onto this bar here. I can just try and manipulate it so you can see it. Now, in the middle of the slats I'm maneuvering there, right at the end of my white rod, there is a vertical plastic bar that needs to clip into the back of this one, and that's what gives the directional left and right flow for the air. Okay, now, in order to repair these air vents, we need to take the radio out, and to do that we remove these blanking plates here and here. They're like dummy switches on the radio, and they're on the left and right, and that's easily done by just taking, I always find it's easy to take a very thin blade. Let's get a bit closer there for you so you can see what I'm doing. Like that, we just pop the blade in there like that, and out it comes. That's popped out, so it'll be down in the footwell. I'll get that in a minute. Again, this one, we'll just pop it in the side. There it is, out it comes. So that's one side done, and now just to do the other side. Like so. Okay, so they're all out. Okay, now with the blanking plates out, it gives us access to the little holes here and here, which enable us to put the radio release keys in, like these. So we slide them into the holes there until they click into place like that. Okay, having slipped the keys in, it's just a case of wibbling it around a bit, and eventually it will come out. So it's just started to emerge there. It isn't the easiest thing in the world to do. There we go. Here it comes, out she comes. And we put it forward, and there should be just about enough slack on the cable. Okay, so just for the ease of access and for videoing purposes, I'm just disconnecting the plugs at the back. There we go. The unit's out. Now you can see this is the Bosch unit. They also put it in Lancias and Alfa Romeos. We'll just put that down to one side. Now, with the radio out, you can see on the left there's a Phillips headed screw holding in the air vent on that side, corresponding one on there. So we'll remove those, and it should just be a case of unclipping this unit out. So we'll give that a go. So we'll take the screw out here. There's one, and there's two, so there's both the screws out. Using little prise tools, I'm gonna see where there's any clips. Yeah, seems to be a clip there, a clip there. Okay, so it turns out that these plastic lugs here and here, part of the air vent, were kind of just pressure pushing onto some parts of the radio frame there. So it just took a bit of jiggling around and then the whole unit came free like so. So now what we can do is we can take that into the garage and set about actually fixing those vents. Okay, so there is the air vent. It's made up of a few parts. It looks like you've got a front moulding and a back moulding, and they're kept together by a series of tabs all the way around, quite a few. Now what I'm hoping to do is gently prise those tabs up and separate the two units. The only complication with that is that the main controls there that close the actual vents at the back are effectively part of the front unit and the back unit. They are joined by a linkage. Now I'm just trying to see whether I can separate those linkages, or whether when I separate this unit, these jockey wheels will stay attached to the back unit and literally just protrude through the front. We'll see. So let's have a go at prising some of these up and see whether I can get a little bit of movement going on and determine the truth behind how it's made. So that one's up. I think I might have to sort of keep a few things in there like so. Now maybe that's how it's going to work. There seems to be a couple of access points. Let's try that. Let's get a few flat screwdrivers. Let's go in. Yeah, there we go. So that's the top released. There's one on the side. Yeah. And it looks like that is a front fascia plate only. Okay, so that's that side one done, and now for the bottom ones. One, two, and there it comes apart. Okay, right, so as hoped, those jockey wheels are part of the back unit. There are the what are they called? Louvre doors. Yeah, there you go. They direct the air left and right. Now this is the front unit. Now that's what I was hoping. The connecting bits are still intact. They haven't snapped off. They've just become detached. So this side, those front loops are all working fine. This side, they're not. So we just need to reconnect them all to this bar here. So let's just, yeah, clip that one in. That's that. Did you hear that clip in? Let's clip. Right, that's right. The first two are clipped on. As you can see, they are working. All right, let's go for number 3. You kind of have to get them all into the right position first. I'm worried about is snapping that bar that joins them all together. Okay, there's that one, and that's clipped in. So now we have 3 joined together. And now finally, yep, there we are. All 4 are now clipped back together on that connecting bar along there. So they're working fine. They're working fine. Great. Now it's just a case of connecting them, the front bit to the back bit. So let's line up these louvers nice and straight. It'd probably be a good opportunity just to wipe some of the dirt out of in there before I shut it up. I'll do that quickly. Yeah, look at the dirt. Right, okay, so this is going to be the fiddly bit. Trying to get these to connect together and click into place. Now perhaps... Right, so let's try pushing them together first. Now I'm actually putting my index finger through the back of this vent, trying to hold those vanes in the straight forward position like that. I'm going to try and do the left hand side first. I'm holding this control knob in place so as to try and line up boom, that one's in. Now then, let's try the other side. A bit trickier now because I don't have so much visual on it. No, I've got one side good. As you can see. But the other side's not in. Now I'm going to have to, and it's clicked back into place, so I've got to open it back up. Okay. Could be a case of trial and error. Okay, so I've got that left hand side open again. Right, so there's free movement there. Yep, clicked in that side. Now, let's see, I can now control all the slats up and down on both sides. And I can slide the vents left and right, like so. So that is fixed. Okay, it's just a case of prizing open the tabs and taking a bit of care. Put it back in the car. Okay, so here we are back in the car. It's just a case of offering this unit back in. So we'll slide it in like that. Yep, it was a case of putting your fingers up on there, thumbs under there, and pushing it up, squeezing effectively with your thumbs and pushing the unit back. And there you go, it's in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the key in the ignition and just get a feel of those blowers. Okay, so let's get it up onto the dashboard, get them going. So they're shut, they're open, yeah, and now they're directional. Brilliant. Nice, easy job really. Hardest bit, getting the radio out. So now it's just a case of putting the radio back in. So we just got to put those screws back in there and there. Opportunity just to give all this a bit of a clean. So when putting the radio back in, you must remember to remove these keys. Okay, it's also an opportunity just to give the radio a bit of a wipe around. So let's put that main plug back in. There you go, that's clipped in. Let's get the aerial back in. Okay, and it's just a case of sliding the unit back in until it clicks. There you go. Let's make sure it works before we get everything really done. On comes the radio.
Improving posture. Free body MOT magazines. Only inside this weekend's Daily Express and
Yep.
Sunday Express.
All good. So we can now clip the clips back on. There we go, there's one. Let's try this one in there. Yep, clipped in nicely. Let's try this one over here. Yep, that clipped in, and this one should go in. There we go. So all done. Well, there you go, guys. There's the air vents on this Fiat 500 repaired. There was no need to buy replacements. They just come unclipped. A little bit fiddly in places, but if you take your time, you get it done. So thanks again for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, because it does help me get my videos out there. And I shall see you again soon. Check out some of my other videos. Thanks.